Hello everyone, and welcome to today's stream of Apollo Justice is a Trilogy. Empirical Woodland, welcome in, ¿cómo andamos? Why am I speaking to you in Spanish? Empirical Woodland, my friend, welcome in. Congratulations on redeeming first, and thank you for lurking. I hope you're having a fantastic Sunday today. I read on the Discord that that you had a rough night, so please rest up, my friend. You deserve it. Ordenamiento jurídico. Le da una patada a una valla. Vanigant, escúchame, que si sale todo bien, vamos a acabar dando un golpe de estado. I'm here to say Apollo did it. Blue Parrot. Sé que no vas a poder estar, pero gracias por pasarte. Buenos días en la tarde. Hola, Night. ¿Cómo estamos? Tanto tiempo sin hablarnos. Ay, Dios mío, qué risas antes, de verdad. Gente, mírense Mao. Es una serie muy buena. Everyone, watch the Apothecary Diaries. Fua, es que... And then say goodbye. Nada, pásalo muy bien, Blue Parrot. Ya te verás el boss luego. Chao. La tengo pendiente de que me recomendaste. Deberías. Mucho. Me la veo de nuevo. No, estoy loco, Fran. Estoy loco, ¿vale? No te metas conmigo, estoy loco. La puedo ver de nuevo si quiero. Nada, pero sí. Te comento porque básicamente te tengo que hacer un resumen de la trama para que te enteres un poco. La trama es que hay que dar un golpe de estado en un país tercermundista. No estoy de coña. Voy a ir abriendo el juego mientras tanto. ¡Ey yo! ¡Mark! ¿Cómo andamios, Mark? Ay, Dios mío. Un segundo que os pongo en el móvil. Ahí. Vale, tengo mi agua, tengo mi... Ahí. Y ahí. ¿Es estadounidense ahora? A ver, técnicamente, en la traducción inglesa son estadounidenses. Son de Texas, ¿me quiso sonar? No, de California. Vale. Resulta... I have friends. Yes, you do, Blue Parrot. Lo sé, lo sabemos. We know. Don't worry. Lo sabemos. We know. Please have fun with your friends. Bye, losers. Pero serás. Te voy a... Como no corras, no. Bye, Blue Parrot. Que justo había quedado hoy y se verá el boss luego, me ha dicho. Don't win the case today. No prometo nada. I don't promise anything. Hydration. Gracias, Blue Parrot. Vale, el resumen, Fran, es que estamos en otro país. Porque en ese país a los abogados los matan. Tipo, sí, a los abogados les dan el mismo castigo que a los culpables, ¿no? Y estamos ahora en el caso final y tenemos que básicamente pegarnos con... Tenemos que defender al jefe que está del grupo revolucionario que quería devolver la ley a ser una ley normal. Y resulta que ese jefe es el padre adoptivo de Apolo. Ese líder revolucionario es el padre adoptivo de Apolo. Ahora cuando entremos en el juicio empezará todo a encajar mejor. May 19th, 8:50 AM. High Court of Curine. Joder, anime. Presupuesto. Un culebrón me gusta, sí. Mira la revolución. ¡Sangre! A Mark le encanta la violencia. Mark loves violence. May 19th, 9:28 AM. High Court of Curine. Como siempre, la policía pegando, como siempre. Accused Lobby. Ni siquiera es Defendant Lobby, es Accused Lobby. Es que tenemos de pruebas. Bueno, Trucy existe. Trucy se ha quedado en casa, la pobre. No va a hacer nada en este juicio. Vale, tenemos a este señor. Este papucho es el líder de la revolución, de los revolucionarios. Este es un amigo suyo. Es el puto amo, ¿vale? Es lo único que tienes que saber. Es una buena persona. Esta es la reina del país de Pagotilla. Esta es la hija de la reina, que es como una princesa que puede ver los últimos momentos de los muertos. Raifa, la nueva niña de Mark. Como le decimos, este es el padre de la niña, está muerto. Es la víctima. Esta es la criada de la niña. No sabemos dónde está. Yo creo que es la culpable. Maya existe por algún motivo. Y Apolo está aquí en plan metido en todo esto. Ah, bueno, y este es el fiscal. Este es el fiscal. Luce fascista, lo es. Este es el fiscal, que es básicamente el hijo real de este hombre. Es que se apellidan igual. Pero después de meterse a fiscal, como que le hicieron un lavado de cerebro, le amenazaron con cosas de su familia. Y como que no puede ir en contra del régimen. Es que lo llaman hasta régimen y todo. Nayuta, mátate. Y hay un meme en el chat de que le odiamos porque le hace bullying nos hace bullying en general. It's complete chaos outside. Let's just say the Defiant Dragon supporters demonstrating for Durk's freedom. Defiant Dragons, el grupo evolucionario. Durk es el padre adoptivo. Have taken a very special interest in the outcome of today's trial. They look about ready to string us up if we lose. Y sorprendentemente, para ser un juego situado en un país orientalista, con un plot de revolución y todo, está muy bien llevado con mucho respeto. No está escrito por estadounidenses, se nota, es lo que quiere decir. Lo de querer meter presa a Trucy no tendrá perdón, no lo tendrá Mark, no te preocupes. La revolución no olvidará sus pecados. Es lo mismo que pasa con Aura Blackquill. Las lesbianas ya no pueden tener hobbies, Mark. Trials here are pretty much like the ones back home, but with one major difference. The divination seance. The victims' final memories will become a matter for deliberation. I've heard about that, but they haven't stopped you from winning your cases here in Kurine. True, but it wasn't easy. Still, the memories of the dead are simply another piece of evidence. Ya estoy aquí. ¿Dónde está Reifa? Hola, Sean. Ahora, Reifa la vamos a ver ahora dentro de nada, en cuanto haga la danza de la adivinación. There's always a way to deal with them if your client is truly innocent. Well, I know Durk is innocent, but... I have one more big secret. Apollo, in court tomorrow, you may find yourself faced with a truth that is difficult to accept. But I know you, and I know you can handle the truth, no matter what it turns out to be. I know that because I believe in you. You're my son, after all. Es un padrazo este hombre. This man is a true father. Durk, what is that secret that you're keeping? Ella, AJ. The goat. There you go, just like I promised. Y esto es una reliquia del reino este que es muy importante. Básicamente la reina nos la quería quitar. Hasta el punto que mandó a la policía personal de su séquito personal para perseguir a Apolo. Reliquia, exacto, sin foguear. Thanks, that's... Wait, weren't you arrested by the police yesterday? Yep, and I spent the night in the slumber. I had a fine meal, a shower, even a bed. What more could I ask for? That actually sounds way better than where we were staying. Just remember, AJ, if Durk's found guilty today, we'll all probably be found guilty under the Defense Culpability Act too. Eso no... Eso no estaría bien. That wouldn't be okay. Boof. Yeah, Nayuta said something to that effect. That witch Garan wants to take advantage of today to crush our revolution once and for all. Garan es la reina, básicamente. The fate of the revolution, and every Kurani's person, rests on this trial. Nah, poca presión, Apolo. Don't worry, Apolo, just un poquito de presión. No hace daño a nadie, yo creo. Ahora es cuando me dices que alguien ha roto la luna y doy volteretas. We're counting on ya, AJ. We'll be fine. ¿Ves? Apolo dice la frase de Hibiki. Heki, Hechara. I'm going to win this one. You'll see. The trial will begin shortly, Apollo. Let's make our way into the courtroom. A ver, sí que hubo una trama con el espacio y la luna en el anterior juego de esta trilogía. Right. Corte. Juicio, juicio. Trial. Es un gin volador, es increíble ese hombre. Dios mío. Zark, las niñas cantarinas, los Semark. May 19th. High Court of Kurain. Day 1. Court is now in session. All rise. Esto van a ser 2 días, es que estoy segurísimo. I am certain that this is going to be 2 days. Es que no puede ser sino de otra manera.
Let the trial of Durk Sadmadi begin.
The defense is ready. Your honor. Míralo, mi niño. My boy. The prosecution is ready, your majesty. So it's really come down to this. Well, don't expect me to hold anything back, Nayuta.
This trial will examine both the murder of Justice Minister Inga Karkul Kurain and the assassination of the former queen, Amara Sigatar Kurain. First, I believe we should address the murder of Minister Inga. Would that be acceptable, Prosecutor Sadmadi?
Uy, que en paz descanse Acina X. Es que no pueden. Es que no tienen recursos para 3 modelos en el estrado, así que Acina está en el. Está de fondo viendo en el público, en las gradas. Acina is in the background, like watching with the public.
Prosecutor Sadmadi.
Yes, of course. Please proceed. Uy. Claro, juez, respecto a la muerte del ministro, bien muerto que está. What's with him?
Oh, very unlike you, Prosecutor. Is your mind elsewhere this day?
Not at all, your majesty. Are you really going to be able to go through with this, Nayuta?
Well, Prosecutor Sadmadi, I would be remiss if I failed to voice a concern of mine. I have heard mention that you are son of the accused, Durk Sadmadi.
You have heard true. Does that fact pose some sort of a problem, your majesty?
A father being prosecuted by his own son? Could one possibly deliberate such a case without having personal feelings intervene?
Uy. Yes, without question. Chat. Este hombre no está bien. This man is not okay. Can he really handle this? Even if it is Prosecutor Sadmadi, going against his own father is just... How can the son of a criminal even be a prosecutor in the first place? Uy. Durk?
Hello, citizens. You would do well not to underestimate my son.
Hello, where is the classy? Ese caso ya lo terminamos, Víctor. Hace muchas semanas ya. Bro, estás definiendo al hijo que te va a hacer de fiscal en tu propio juicio.
He's not the one to allow personal feelings to interfere with the execution of his duty. Isn't that right, Nayuta?
I will not stop until my work here is done.
See? So all you done is just sit back down before you trip over your own stupidity.
The accused will not take the stand without first being summoned. In any case, if Prosecutor Sadmadi has no issue with this arrangement, then let us commence the deliberations.
¿Por qué parece Genjuro? Porque lo es. Literalmente es Genjuro en revolucionario. Son las vibes, sí. ¿Hoy? The fucking queen. Hostia, la reina. One moment, if you would.
Your Eminence!
Your Eminence! What brings you here? Oh shit! Hostia puta! Your Majesty. Dats, nunca te pido nada. La tienes a huevo. Dats, tienes el tiro a huevo. It would appear that Prosecutor Sadmadi does indeed have some reservations. No, that's not true. Do you truly believe you could deceive me, Nayuta Sadmadi? One shouldn't hold no reservations if one is to stand on these hallowed funerary grounds.
I have none, Your Eminence. No. It is clear we cannot leave this matter to you.
Paz saca el francotirador. Hostia, lo de esta señora. Va a ser ella la fiscal. Is the fucking queen going to be the prosecutor?
We shall handle the prosecution of enemy of the crown, Durk Sadmadi. Personally.
También te digo, después de que haya perdido 2 veces contra Polo y otras 2 contra Fénix, yo tampoco le dejaba ser fiscal. No, ha perdido una contra Polo, una contra Fénix y una contra Cina.
But remain by our side and bear witness to how a true prosecutor enforces the law.
Excuse me, but is the queen going to prosecute the case? Is that, you know, kosher?
There is no need for concern. Before we were crowned queen, we served as a prosecutor.
Ah, the royal we. Really?
As a foreigner, your ignorance can be excused, but know this. The prosecutor in charge of the Queen of Man assassination case 23 years ago was none other than Her Eminence, Queen Garan Sigatar Kurain.
Upsis. Vaya, mataste a tu hermana para robarle el trono y encima hiciste de fiscal para culpar a otro. Joder, señora. Loco, eso huele muy mal, sí.
First, your mastery and now this.
Why doesn't anyone ever tell me these things?
I had heard she had served as the Minister of Justice, but she was also a prosecutor.
Look at him, Chad. Look at him. Se calla en audiencia nacional. I'm guessing she probably moved up the ladder from prosecutor to justice minister.
We prosecuted that case 23 years ago, but no verdict was ever rendered. We had won a guilty verdict in every case until then, or no lawyer could stand up to us.
Lo limpiaron a Nayuta. ¡Yippee!
I am at a loss for words. I think I would once more bear witness to Her Eminence at work in the Hall of Justice. Our first trial in 23 years. No quarter shall be given to criminals. We shall prosecute them with all our might.
Oh, shit. Oh. Pero, señora. ¿Huh? Oh, what a magnificent sight. The Queen's attire from her prosecutor days. What the fuck? What the? Señora. That's Queen Garan?
Talk about an extreme makeover.
It's all coming back now. The feel of my blood pumping through my veins.
Yeah, girl, you are out of a Fire Emblem character design. What the hell? I mean, no es tan malo. O sea, no me desagrada. Exige una secuencia de transformación para esto. Literal. Literalmente podría ser un dragón malvado. Literal.
Woe to you, O enemies of Corine, or I shall personally slice, dice, and grind you up into hawkpit.
I don't suppose I can ask her to roll back to her polite pre-makeover personality.
Know this, lawyer.
Yes?
Now that I stand as a prosecutor, consider your defense's bench a headsman's scaffold.
¿Por qué tiene una bandera bisexual? ¿Dónde? ¿Dónde? Hostia puta. El pelo es azul y la ropa es morada. A ver. En la cosa que tiene en la mano. Ah, hostia, no me he fijado. Luego la vemos.
If you wish to leave any last words, I advise you to start thinking of them now.
Hostia, es verdad.
Well, you still have a head with which to think, that is.
Es una bandera bisexual muy oscura, Ojo. That's a very dark bisexual flag in her fan. Eso es un abanico, ¿no? Meep. She's dead serious. Como ella, claro. Meep. Now, it is time for the divination seance. Raifa, come forth. Como ella, supongo. Uy, la hija.
Your benevolence, thank you for gracing us with your presence.
Wow, I didn't know my mother was bisexual. Good for her.
Your benevolence, I understand it may be difficult for you, but may we proceed with the divination seance?
Yes, let us proceed.
Forgive me for asking, but are you feeling physically unwell? If so, I would advise you to avoid any undue exertion. Your benevolence?
What's wrong? It's like her mind's anywhere but here.
A lot has happened since yesterday. On top of the murder of her beloved father, he found out that he had been planning a coup. And today she will have to experience his death through his own eyes.
Yeah, that would be enough to shake anyone up.
Still, it seems like she's worse off today than she was yesterday.
Yeah, I don't remember her being this depressed. We must speak with our child. It is a mother's duty to discipline disciplinar a su hija, me cago en todo. After all, now if you could excuse us. Discipline? Coming from her, I don't like the sound of that at all. Liberar a la nena porque va a haber balas para todos. Creo que... A ver, Knight, ¿qué crees? Que hay abuso. Esta señora abusa, claramente. ¿Tú lo has visto a esa señora? Que le ha hecho algo con sus poderes mentales. Uy. Yo creo que simplemente le ha dicho que tiene que hacer lo que ella dice, o si no, pasarán cosas malas. Wait. Garan didn't do something to her. Did she?
Your Eminence, about today's divination seance.
Hostia, es que como le he hipnotizado va a ser muy gracioso. Bueno, gracioso no va a ser. Ya me entendéis. If she has been like mentally... If like Garan has done some mental shenanigans to her daughter, that would be fucked up. Tranquilidad, gente. Raifa siempre se caga encima con las predicciones. Esa señora va a terminar sin rodillas como me la cruce. Sean... A ver, Sean tiene razón ahí. Sean is right. Raifa is usually wrong about her predictions.
As I understand it, the prosecution has yet to review its content. Is this deviation from protocol a part of your plan?
Prosecutor Satmadi, would you care to explain your actions? Your Eminence, the accused was caught at the scene of the crime. Therefore, I deemed no seance would be necessary for such a clear-cut case. Pero ella no hace predicciones. Objection. Girl. You and your bleeding heart. You seek to spare Raifa the trauma of witnessing her father's death. Is that why you have done this? Girl, why? Not at all. You were concerned for me, Prosecutor Sadmadi. That is oddly compassionate of him, of all things considered. Mira, Mark. Nayuta está defendiendo a tu niña. Your Eminence, your Majesty, regardless of what is best for her benevolence, this case is blessed with a bounty of incontrovertible evidence. So I believed we could reach a swift verdict without devoting precious time to a seance. Zark, ya lo dije, lo sé.
You have a point. Personally, I would like to spare her benevolence of any undue misery. Experiencing the murder of a loved one is a burden no one should have to bear.
There are things you cannot forgive, Mark, I know. Se cayó internet. ¡No! Oh my god, Nayuta! Mars! ¿Cómo andamos? How are you doing, Mars? Welcome in. Ay. Prosecutor Satmadi, your Majesty, can this trial truly proceed without a divination seance? I can't blame her for not wanting to experience her father's murder firsthand.
Your Eminence, what are your feelings on the matter? Shall we have her benevolence return home for some much-needed rest?
No loop, no protection, all night, all day, from the kitchen floor to the toilet. Oh, Mars? Okay, first, bonk Mars. Thank you. Anyway, I'm hungry. Thank you, Knight. We shall not. You fool, spoil her with your feckless words of compassion. Oh shit, her theme. I'm going to McDonald's. Bye, Mars. Oh. Listen well, Raifa. You have spoken time and time again about how grown up you are now. Yes, but... So, let us see if the real priestess has truly come into her own. About to eat that shit up, Mars? Damn, you are truly wild today. Are you prepared to fulfill your duty and perform the divination seance as you should? Me and my fathers do not give a fuck about calories, damn. Yes. That's better. See? Problem solved. Te juro que la mato, yo este stream no lo aguanto sin cometer crímenes. Yeah, we are going to kill this woman. Poor Raifa. Is this really a good idea?
I guess we'll see.
Very well. Let us begin. The divination seance. Naina, my robe. Oh,
Looks like Naina's still missing.
it's been a whole day already. La madre del año. Ya, muy abusiva. Lady, let the child alone. Yes. Raifa, haz la adivinación más extraña posible, que no tenga sentido. Nayuta, one chance, please. I could treat you right. Birdhead,
Yes?
you remove my robe. Oh, le tiene confianza a Phoenix. She trusts Phoenix. Oh.
What? Why me?
Phoenix, tú calla. Just work.
Don't keep her benevolence waiting now, Mr. Wright.
She's gonna ask Phoenix. Oh.
Can't you see she's ready to begin?
Great. I've been reduced to royal robe remover.
Phoenix, shut up. Phoenix, do it. It's like she's grooming Mr. Right to be Niner replacement. Sorry, guys. Androgynous men make me so wild. Same. I get it. I get you, Mars. Don't worry. Screenshot. Oops, sorry.
Very well, your benevolence. Please start when you're ready.
Raifa, you know what must be done. There is no turning back now. I know. Final memories of the deceased. This should be interesting. Hydration, thank you, Mark.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Time to see Raifa dance. Me jode que el baile no esté en Full HD. ¿Veis que hay barras negras a los lados? Do you see how there's like black bars to the sides? This cutscene has not been re-rendered in Full HD for some reason. Not the kid. Okay. Yeah, the mom. Yeah, don't worry. we got it, Mars. The mom is so getting ass clapped after this slash neck. Look at her, she's gonna screw up any moment now. Trip, fall, and break her knees. Well, time to see your father die, Raifa. Trauma. Trauma. Ah. Oh. Oh shit. Oh shit. No. Oh shit. Trauma. Oh shit.
Your benevolence! What is wrong?
Ya, está sanísima. Everything is fine. Raifa is okay.
This is unacceptable.
Melith, take her benevolence to the first aid station at once.
This is not good. Raifa is fine. Pyrrha is okay. Jaja, qué risa, me mato ahora después, Mark. Mark, no.
Your Eminence, do you have any idea why your benevolence collapsed so suddenly?
It seems she was not ready for what the disease was to reveal. It overwhelmed her. Her inexperience and immaturity left her ill-prepared to face her father's death.
And you forced her to do it. Y tú la forzaste a hacerlo.
And she said she could go through with it. How very disappointing.
I know someone who is not winning Mother of the Year ever. ¿Apolo? Apolo, esto es serio. This is serious stuff. Señora, su hija acaba de caer en redondo. Se la suda. Se la suda, es la reina. Raifa is fine. Everything is fine. Nayuta, don't panic, but there's an ugly bitch next to you. I mean, of course, Raifa is going to be overwhelmed. She's still just a child.
It seems we have no choice but to move on to the witness testimony. Your Majesty.
Oh, yes, let us proceed. Elif, summon the first witness if you would.
No, Apollo has a point. Oh?
Hey, I'm here. I'm the witness.
Is this not the accused?
It is indeed. I thought I would give him the opportunity to plead his case. For true justice is more than a unilateral presentation of the facts by the prosecution.
A ver, al menos esto lo está haciendo bien. Llamen a Maya al estrado. Yeah, someone call Maya. She will actually do her job well. Well, at least she has a mom and like someone, Apollo. Bro? Mars? That seems uncharacteristically fair of her.
However, should the accused fail to produce convincing testimony, he, along with his cabal of traitorous lawyers, shall immediately be found guilty, and their heads will roll from their shoulders.
Wow. Reina Roja. Red Queen, huh?
What?
I should have known there was a catch.
Your court, your rules. Same as it always was, I see, Garan.
Oh then, Mr. Durksadmadi, if you could enlighten us to what happened.
Well, I would, if I could.
Oh no. Chat, esto no pinta bien. This does not look good. Witness testimony. Durk explains himself.
I was struck by a sudden dizziness the moment I entered the tomb. The next thing I knew, I was standing there with a bloody knife in my hand. And lying right in front of me was Inga, dead as a doornail. I have no recollection of what happened in the interim. But I didn't kill him. At least, I don't think I did. It would go against everything I believe in.
That didn't explain squat. On everyone's soul, Durk is a body. Yes, he is.
For the record, let it be known that the accused's fingerprints were all over the murder weapon. And since he was caught in the act, there was no chance for a third party to tamper with it.
Well, that certainly seems to point the finger at you, Mr. Sadmadi.
Even as a lawyer, I have to agree with you there, your maestri.
Seriously, Dirk? This is no laughing matter. Yeah, that didn't explain this shit, Dirk. Maya ass case once again, yes.
This is exactly what Garan wanted. To have Dork try to plead his case, only to fail miserably.
How low can she go?
Prosecutor, behold this most unpleasant of spectacles, and let it be etched into your soul. See how instead of accepting the inevitable, those fish-brain lawyers flounder and flop themselves straight into the abyss of despair. Yes, your eminence, show me the way.
Hostia puta, es peor que Mon Karma esta mujer.
Now then, would the defense please begin their cross-examination?
He's hot. He gets a pass for shit explanation. Not when our lives are on the line, Mars. Dirk explains himself.
Hold it!
You were struck by sudden dizziness? Was it because of his illness? Is that something that has ever happened to you before?
Can't say that it has. Maybe age is catching up with me. I'm no spring chicken after all.
Oh, you will live. That's not the issue here.
Huh. A most cunning excuse. One befitting an insidious insurgent. Oh. A killer who does not recall his crime. Oh, very convenient. Next time you will plead insanity. You aim to seek a lesser sentence through excuses and subterfuge, do you not?
Objection!
Don't make me laugh, your malevolence.
Your malevolence? Max punishment is getting backshots by me?
How dare you! I'm merely stating my innocence. I have no intention of offering excuses. It's your baseless speculation I would decry as foolish. You deceitful witch.
Ooh.
Is it your wish that I should claim your head right now in this very hall? Well, that would certainly speed things along.
Hold it!
Dirk, why don't you let me handle it from here? This man is so hot, he's 100% getting backshots. Mars, I implore you to please calm down. And if there's anything you need to say, you can say it through me, okay? Anything to stop you from needling the queen.
Oh, next time you have an objection, you'd better have some proof to go with it, Dirk.
The accused will continue with what he does recall of the crime. Hold it!
Do you recall anyone putting the knife in your hand, Dirk? Men with long dark hair and a himbo personality turn me on. Damn.
Wish I could say I did, but I don't remember a thing from before I came to. You think there might have been a third party in the tomb, my son?
Yeah, because if you didn't do it, then the real killer must have been there with you.
Objection!
Ooh.
You called, your eminence.
Does she go anywhere without those goons?
Was there a third party in the tomb when you were securing it? No, your eminence. We searched high and low, but found no one of the sort. And there you have it. Oh, right. They did search the place. Furthermore, my guards had the entire tomb surrounded, so there was no way for anyone to escape. That's right. No one got in or out without our knowledge. Your eminence's on-site directives were absolutely flawless.
¿Por qué cantan? No me preguntéis. I don't know why they sing, chat. Don't look at me. Like blondes with blue eyes and glasses. Yeah.
Do you see now? The presence of a third party is beyond the realm of possibility. The tomb was, for all intents and purposes,
Completely sealed off from the rest of the world. Ooh, locked room, chat. What a waste of time. How can it be any more obvious? Dirk must be the killer. Thanks for nothing, gallery guy. As if our grades weren't already deep enough. Nos va a hacer el mafua, ya verás. Accused. What do you believe about the possible presence of a third party?
Well, based on the situation you presented, I would say the chances are slim to none.
You didn't have to agree with her, Dirk. Let the accuser's statement be added to his testimony.
Very well, Mr. Salmadi, if you would.
It's like the more we press, the thinner our case gets.
Well, let's keep pressing, and maybe we'll work out the wrinkles in it too.
Chat, I'm scared.
The possibility of a third party being there in the tomb is probably non-existent.
¿Y quién hizo esta sangre? And who did this? And to who does... I cannot speak. To whom does this mysterious blood stain belong to then? Because... aside from that... Probably not impossible, exactly. And even if the chances are very close to zero, as long as they are not zero, we'll keep fighting on.
Objection!
Your Eminence, I'm afraid this trial will not go exactly as you anticipated. Because I can show how there might have been a third party in that tomb. Oh, how very fascinating. Go on, I do so love a good fairy tale. We did a luminal test at the crime scene, and we found a bloodstain that didn't match the Justice Minister's blood. I will remind you that neither Dirk nor Miss Faye were injured during the incident. The thing is, this bloodstain we found had been wiped up by someone.
What is this? But who would have done such a thing?
That's the big question, isn't it? Who wiped up the blood, and why? Thinking about it logically, it must be someone who wanted to conceal their presence at the scene of the crime. Oh, and to whom do you suppose the bloodstain might belong? The bloodstain belongs to... Amara? Amara. The victim, the real killer. The bloodstain belongs to the real killer, of course. Whoever it was, they were probably shot while they were attacking Minister Inga. And since their blood would give them away, they had to wipe it up. I say this because we know for a fact that the Justice Minister fired his gun in the tomb.
Objection!
You have the memory of a flea. There was nowhere for anyone to hide. This too is a known fact.
Objection!
But a bloodstain from a third party means there must have been someone hiding there.
Very well then, tell me this. Where was this third party hiding?
Oh,
The crime scene was thoroughly searched after it was discovered. So if there was a hiding place, it would have to be somewhere no one would dare to look.
somewhere no one would dare to look?
Let's have your answer, defense. Oh, where could a third party have been hidden?
The fucking sarcophagus.
Take that!
There is one place where no one would search, not even the Queen's Royal Guard. And that would be... inside Queen Amara's sarcophagus. Even now, it's locked up tight. No one would find you if you hid in there. I'm told that it's temperature controlled to preserve the mummy within. But if someone dressed warmly enough, they could withstand the cold for a short time.
This is sacrilege! Surely the perpetrator of such a foul deed would be cursed.
But that's just it. The killer knew everyone would be too scared to open the sarcophagus.
True. The guards were so scared of being cursed, they wouldn't even touch it.
And when the coast was clear, the killer made a quick escape from within their frigid confines.
Well now, that does sound like a plausible method of evading capture.
The defense requests a DNA test on the bloodstain. And then we'll see just who the real killer is.
Such insolence!
Ooh.
Bow your head and kneel, lawyer. So your head may be parted from your shoulders.
Huh? But the trial's not even over.
Whoa! How soon you forget. You're already on the headsman's scaffold.
No. Señora, no.
As such, I could order your beheading at any moment.
All I did was request a DNA test.
There is no need to request such a test. Royal Guard, bring it forth now.
Here you are, your eminence.
Police have already identified the source of the bloodstain. The DNA test revealed that the blood is of the traitor, Durk Sadmadi.
What? But Durk wasn't injured. So where did his blood come from?
Maybe he coughed it up.
Durk's illness. Still, there was a lot of blood. Did he have really coughed up that much? And did he wipe it up to hide his failing health? Durk, is it really that bad? Oopsies!
Oh, shoot. You got me.
Oh shit, you got me. Durk? No. Mysterious bloodstain, updated in the court record.
Pay attention, Horn Devil, for this case has already been solved. You claimed that this bloodstain would lift us to the real killer, did you not?
About that...
Did you or did you not make that claim of your own volition, defense?
Yes, I did. Acaba de llamar a Apolo cornudo por el ajo, ¿eh? Sí. Sí. Le ha llamado demonio cuernudo.
After she steered you in that direction, that is.
Ah! I fell right into her trap.
Do you see now the folly in opposing the very embodiment of the law? Whatever you say or do shall come to no avail. You third party at the scene of the crime? It's beyond the realm of possibility.
Damn. Señora, ¿cómo te flota el pelo? How is your hair floating like that? Apolo, deja de hablar a Phoenix que te saca 20 años.
No!
Praise be for Queen Garan. Eminence's legal tactics are beyond compare. I hate to say this, but she really got us good.
The key to our sarcophagus is under the protection of the royal family. My husband and I are the only ones who could open it. Therefore, it would be impossible for some knave to open it.
Can I really discount the sarcophagus as a hiding place, though? What if the real killer is still in there? De la misma forma que la bandana de Kazuma se movía sin viento. Y la bufanda de Nayuta se mueve sin viento. Phoenix no tiene derecho a opinar. Perdió el caso contra Apolo. Uy, ¿él y tú? Uy, señora. No, that's just ridiculous. Vamos a encontrar a la criada de Raifa en el sarcófago muerta de frío, ya veréis. We're going to find Raifa's Nana, like frozen to death in that sarcophagus. Just you wait. Yes, no por Dios, la dualidad del chat. de chat duality. Yes, no, my goodness, como que yes night. Es que nos gusta un buen misterio. Somos como mamá.
I believe we have rebels and sympathizers in the gallery today. It is to you I speak. Have you been listening? Durk Sadmadi,
The one who proclaimed the bloodless revolt. Has betrayed your cause by resorting to murder. Yo creo que tuvimos suficiente daño, Sean, ¿has visto el capítulo de Mama? A ver, molaría. Come on, chat.
No, it can't be. Durk would never... Must be some kind of mistake.
Oh, the Defiant Dragons and their sympathizers are starting to have doubts.
So this is why Garan allowed us to cross-examine Durk. By stressing his guilt in Inga's murder. It effectively damaged his reputation among those who support him.
True, but now we have an even bigger problem.
And now, filthy lawyers, you will honor your end of the bargain. Accept your guilty verdict from your failure to explain your client's actions.
I never asked you for anything, but please kill her.
Oh shit!
Huh? Now, I shall pass judgment upon the criminal Durk Sadmadi. I will kill you with this book. Te voy a matar con este libro, a golpes.
What is this? You shall pass judgment? But your eminence, is that not my role?
Hold your tongue. You're but a figurehead before me, the embodiment of law. Consider yourself dismissed. As Queen of Kurine, I shall now pass judgment upon the accused.
Well, there we go, chat, we lost.
What? We did it! We lost!
¿Cómo va la cosa? Hemos perdido. La reina nos acaba de declarar culpables.
Objection!
Wait. Con permiso, buenas tardes. You didn't even give me a chance to review it.
Know when you are defeated, lawyer.
¡Ole, decapitación!
But just this once, I am willing to show you the depths of my compassion.
Esta es la reina, por cierto. ¿Le habrá cambiado la cara? No. Así se veía antes y así se ve ahora.
Tell me why I should allow these proceedings to continue. Come, convince me.
Quick, Apollo.
Por cierto, feliz cumple. No es mi cumple. It's not my birthday, chat. Don't listen to his aunt.
Even if you have to bluff, we've got to keep this trial going. Show her that the crime could have been committed by a third party.
How am I supposed to do that? God damn it.
Why don't you start with, how about the timing of Inga's murder?
What?
This whole case is built on a single premise. That Inga was murdered after Durk entered the tomb. But what if that's not true?
Like, if our assumptions are all wrong? It just might work. Uy, se me escapó un punto y coma. Feliz cumpleaños.
Well, don't keep us waiting, defense.
Durk became the prime suspect because it didn't seem probable that there was a third party at the scene of the crime. But there is another question we should ask ourselves at this time. Was Mr. Inga really killed after Durk entered the tomb?
What nonsense is this?
Setting aside the assumption that the murder occurred after Durk arrived on the scene, opens up the possibility of the third party committing the crime. The question before us is, when was Mr. Inga really killed? After the body was found? After Durk entered the tomb? Before Durk entered the tomb? Oh shit, they put the fiambre on the tomb. The fiambre. Claro, y como la tumba es fresquita, mantuvo el tiempo de muerte más reciente de lo que era. Since the sarcophagus is temperature control, they could keep the body inside of there and then take it out and make it look like it was recently killed. Danganronpa moment. No! No! After Durk entered the tomb, before Durk entered the tomb. Dios mío, Night. Night. Ay, Dios mío. Es que tiene que ser eso. It has to be that. Isn't it possible that, before Durk even set foot in the tomb, Minister Inga was already dead?
That would certainly make the possibility of a third party more probable.
Why, of course. I fell unconscious right after I entered the tomb. Even if I hadn't, I wouldn't have had a clear line of sight to his body from the entrance. Which means...
You wouldn't have noticed his body either way. This scenario is entirely possible. And so we can rule out the possibility of a third person committing the crime.
I see. Well, that certainly does make sense.
So far so good. This might actually work.
Very well. I shall play along with whatever little game you have knocking around in that tiny mind. I was starting to get quite bored of all this. I could do with a distraction.
Yes.
Let us hear some testimony that will shed light on when exactly the minister was slain. Bailiff, summon Raifa. Surely she has recovered by now.
But what about me? Don't I serve a purpose anymore?
Pobre juez. Poor judge. I know, Raifa.
I hope you're feeling better, Your Benevolence.
Must I perform the divination seance?
What? Oh, no. We merely require your testimony this time.
Let's traumatize that child. Ya le hemos traumatizado, se ha desmayado y todo antes, Isan. How could my testimony be of any value?
Your Benevolence.
Princess Raifa seems awfully depressed.
After what she's been through, summoning her again is like rubbing salt in the wound. Being unable to perform the seance was probably the last straw.
I hope she doesn't pass out again. Persecuted Seth Maddie, may I ask you something?
Of course, Your Benevolence.
I've been meaning to ask you this since yesterday. Did you know about Queen Amara? And about me?
From where did you hear such a thing?
From Mother. And only yesterday.
Raifa was carrying on about telling the truth to the people. So I told her. I told her what the truth really was. But it is up to a mother to discipline her child. I see. Be that as it may, Your Benevolence, it has no bearing upon our trial here today. So, there is no need to let it trouble you.
I know.
Garan told Raifa about something other than Amara's status?
Sounds like it, but what could it be?
Raifa, the defense has proposed something preposterous. They somehow think your father was already dead when Durk entered the tomb. But I believe you can prove them wrong. Are you prepared to do what is required of you?
Yes, I'm ready to testify.
Very well then, Your Benevolence. Your testimony, if you please.
Ooh, Raifa. Witness testimony. What Raifa witness? On the day of the murder, I was gazing up on the courtyard from my second floor veranda. Around 2:30 p.m., I saw my father heading for Amara's tomb. Then, at about 2:45, I saw Barkley and company enter the courtyard. I saw no one go in or out of the tomb after my father entered at about 2:30. Ooh, okay. Your second floor veranda?
Oh. She must be talking about that house facing in as private residence.
So that's the location from which you saw your father? And at about 2:30? Yes, and shortly after that, the people arrived at the royal residence.
Oh, after the minister entered Amara's tomb at around 2:30. No one went in or out of there until the murder was discovered.
The tomb is closed to outsiders, so no one could have snuck in before the murder. That rules out any possibility of a third party lying in wait to slay my poor husband.
Señora, si lo mataste usted, si ya lo sabemos. Es que seguro, un segundo. Uy, la luz. Uy, la luz. Ahora. Se me estaba petando la luz por algún motivo. Ay, I'm back. Okay.
Or so she would like us to believe. Now hear me, you useless lawyer. Is this charade and bow before me?
Joder, Nayuta era amable en comparación. Nayuta was kind compared to this woman. You should hydrate now. Thank you, Mark. Voy a estirarme ya de paso.
Or I, Queen Karen, will finally have your head.
Girl. No. Really? You're... Una cara que grita inocencia. This face just screams innocence, chat, you know?
Ugh.
Forgive me, Your Eminence, but first, let us allow the defense to question the witness.
Thank you. Gracias. Thank you, chat. Cross-examination. What Raifa witnessed. Mi cara grita que la va a matar, que la voy a matar, literal.
Hold it!
Your father. Did your father seem different or troubled in any way? Let me think. Oh, there was one unusual thing. There was? Yes, a shriek emanated from within my father's headquarters. Girl? After which I witnessed him bolt outside, his countenance drained of its usual color. He screamed and he was looking pale? Raifa? What do you suppose happened? I know not. Perhaps he had a bad dream. Maybe it was a nightmare about being raked over the coals by the queen. Whoops, Raifa?
It seems our young lawyer here wishes to hasten his journey to the Twilight Realm.
Sorry, that was rude of me.
Does the defense believe the witness's last statement to be important?
I believe it is. I would like the witness to add it to her testimony. No, gritó de dolor y salió pálido. Tenía un cuchillo también en la espalda, no sé por qué, la verdad.
Hold it!
No, he just came out screaming out of his room and was pale. He had a knife sticking out of his back, you know, kind of weird. And why do you think he screamed? Was he surprised by someone who didn't belong there? Did anyone else come out? I didn't see anyone else. Just my father. That last statement was seriously lacking in conviction. Could I press her on this? Ok. Mark, te dejo decidir a ti porque es tu niña. Yo creo que Raifa lo escuchó y vio, pero del trauma lo ha escondido. Quizás, ¿eh? ¡Athena! Psychology. Do psychology on her. No, yo no puedo. Athena, do the thing. Psychoanalyze that child. Your benevolence. Yes? This incident was a real shock to us all. It must have been really terrible for you. But I want to let you know, I know how you feel. Please stop. You presume too much. It's times like this that you need something to take your mind off things. How about we all go on a picnic together or something? Apollo? I need no sympathy from you. Go on your little picnic alone, Hornhead. Well, that didn't go well.
Apollo, you have to take a more aggressive approach with people like her.
Yeah, he's probably right. Now, back to my testimony. Lo siento, Mark, yo he intentado la vía de... Yo he intentado la vía de la no violencia, pero toca ponerse violentos con Raifa. La verdad que fue una cagada la presión Apolo.
Your benevolence.
Let's have some details. The more the better. Details, you say? Yes. For example, are you sure you didn't see anyone in the royal residence before 2:30? Well, is that a yes or a no? Eek! Foreign devil. I've been gazing upon the courtyard since about 2 yesterday. Apollo, es que no sabe tener un punto medio. Apollo doesn't have a middle point, chat. Yet, I saw none other than my father. Oh, if only I had stopped him then.
I think you've struck a nerve, or rather, obliterated one.
Maybe I pressed a little too hard. Still, that last statement seemed a little off somehow. So, you didn't see anyone except your father in the courtyard after 2 PM, huh? Please add that to your testimony, your benevolence. Apolo mamahuevo. At around 2 PM, Shadow was surprised by a firecracker, ran to the courtyard and stole Naina's hat. Objection! Your benevolence. You are covering for someone, aren't you? Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, Raifa, but you're not gonna like this. Well, the thing is, I have a statement here that you might find interesting. It's from a witness who claims that, around 2 PM, his dog got loose and ran into the palace courtyard. Niña, no andes tocando las bolas. That's when the little fellow stole this hat from someone. Oh, that's Naina's. I mean, nothing, never mind.
You fool of a daughter. It seems the princess made a blunder.
So let me get this straight. This is Naina's hat, which means he had to have been in the royal residence at around 2. If so, then you had to have seen Naina sometime after 2 PM yesterday. Señora, lo de la madre es increíble, es horrible. This mother is horrible. Oh, no! Please, your benevolence. Tell us what you really saw. It is, as you say, Hornhead. I saw Naina. And I saw that dog steal her hat from her in front of my father's residence. I knew it. Why didn't you say so in the first place? Because, my mother told me not to. Athena, do the thing. ¿Acaso hay alguna figura paterna decente en este juego? Aparte de Fénix. El padre de Apolo. Bueno, el padre adoptivo de Apolo. What? Will you care to explain, Your Eminence?
I request that she withhold said information, for it is of no relevance to this case.
Objection!
You don't get to decide.
If you disagree, then prove that it is relevant to the case at hand.
Oh, I will. Your benevolence, Please tell us everything you witnessed when you saw Naina. Voy a sacar el libro y te lo lanzo a la cabeza. Literal. Cállese, señora. Un poco de terrorismo, pero hay que bancarlo más por eso.
Oh, alright. When I saw that dingbat dog attack Naina, I ran to help. I raced from my second floor veranda down into the courtyard.
Wait. That means that while you were coming down, you took your eyes off the courtyard.
Yes, but only for a moment.
This is crucial testimony. You took your eyes off the courtyard. It means somebody else could have entered the tomb without you ever knowing.
Ah,
Es tontísima, Raifa, te quiero mucho. Your benevolence. Are you sure no one else was there?
oh, yes.
She's hiding something again. What about Naina? Were you able to help her? Ese sprite es demasiado silly. La amo, es la mejor.
When I got down to the courtyard, Naina was... She was... gone.
¿Gone?
Yes, and I never saw her again after that.
Any idea what happened? Phoenix saca los candados. Literal. Phoenix, pull out the Psyche locks.
That dingbat dog must have gobbled her up.
I seriously doubt that. Raifa, Naina is frozen in the sarcophagus. Es un heladito. Raifa, tu Naina es un heladito ahora mismo. But how could Naina simply disappear while Raifa wasn't looking? Raifa must know something. The only question is, what? Why Shadow was in the courtyard? Where Naina disappeared? To and why Naina disappeared? Zark, Sean, helado tradicional. Es que yo creo que sabe que se fue, que se ocultó. I think Raifa knows where Naina disappeared to. Do you have any idea where Naina disappeared to?
What do you mean?
Well, during the time you took your eyes off the courtyard, someone would have headed into the tomb. And it just so happens that Naina disappeared right at that moment.
No.
Wait, you think Naina had something to do with the murder?
I don't think we can rule it out. It sounds like something had kept Naina occupied since the early morning. Plus, she was seen right before the murder, and then seemed to vanish into thin air.
You're right. And since she's Raifa's attendant, she could come and go as she pleased within the palace grounds.
Could Raifa's attendant really be the killer? But that would mean...
There's my father, and now Naina. These were the people I trusted most. How could this be?
Objection!
Do not heed their lies. Sí, señora, usted hágale gaslight a la niña. Yeah, Queen, just keep gaslighting your child. Because that is going to work or be healthy for her. Lawyers are a foul breed, quick to claim that a third party is to blame for a crime. Naina did not enter the tomb. Not much is certain. Señora, se ha cargado dos personas de una sentada. Señora, un respeto. How can you be so sure? When Naina's hat was stolen, that Chris Curl spilled an urn full of water upon my husband's doorstep. Is that not right, Raifa?
Yes, it is.
Que ustedes viven en una monarquía totalitaria. Es que ella es la monarquía. She is the monarchy.
While that dingbat dog was tugging at Naina's hat, it tipped over the urn.
The bottoms of her shoes would have been soaked with water. And if she had truly headed into the tomb with wet shoes... Es que no fue la tumba, fue la casa del padre. She didn't go to the tomb, she went into the father's home. Remember how there were like steps going into the home? She would have left shoe prints along the way. But the only shoe prints to be found belong to my husband, Inga. Huh? Then...
That's right. Naina never did go into the tomb that day. Estoy asumiendo que la mujer no se puede quitar los zapatos, obviamente. I am assuming that the woman cannot remove her shoes, by the way. Instead, she entered my husband's private quarters.
Yes. How do you know?
It's quite simple. Shoe prints were discovered in Inga's private quarters. Shoe prints that belong to Naina.
That's right. Edgeworth and I did see some footprints in there.
Now do you understand? Naina could not possibly have gone into the tomb. And that supposed third part of the crime scene is but a figment of your imagination.
Ah,
Another glorious action! All hail the genius that is her queen, her eminence Queen Karan. Bow down before her glory, witless lawyer.
could those guys fanboy any harder? Esta la voy a usar. I'm going to use this one. Cada guardia va a sufrir el mismo destino que la vieja esta. No, sí, la revolución no les perdonará. The revolution will not forgive their sins. But, is it really true? Did Naina not go into the tomb?
Excuse me, but
Mr. Wright?
your benevolence. What time was it when that dog attacked Naina?
I believe it was about 2:15 p.m.
I see. Apollo, if Naina entered Inga's private quarters at around 2:15, and Inga came racing out at around 2:30, pale-faced and screaming then.
Ah, I know what you're getting at. Me watching the commentaries of certain people. Yes. Espero que no la use contra mí. No, tranquilo, Mark, no te preocupes. La esconde. Carga una bala, no te preocupes, Mark, no te preocupes. Yes, that might explain his scream.
Would the defense please share their theory regarding Justice Minister Inga's scream?
Certainly, Your Majesty. Mr. Inga screamed because he saw a ghost. Maybe he saw a ghost. Maybe even a bunch of ghosts, like from all the people he has sentenced to death.
Ghost? Really?
Sure, and they'll be back tonight. The spirits of the dead, unable to rest in peace.
Eek!
If you're not careful, Your Benevolence, they might curse you too.
Stop, please! I'll never be able to sleep again.
You seem awfully frightened for a princess who communes with spirits. Voy a tener que tener más autocontrol con la señora Sombrero. No, Mark.
Apollo, don't you think you have teased her enough? Come on, let's think this one over again.
You're right.
Yeah.
Maybe he was attacked by Naina. It would make the Justice Minister's private headquarters the real scene of the crime.
Objection!
Does your idiocy know no bounds? The minister's body was found in the tomb. Or are you suggesting that the body was moved?
Do I think the Minister was moved from his private quarters? I think the possibility... I mean, si caminó hasta allí, técnicamente sí. If he walked there and then died... Considering the fact that the body was found in the tomb, I would say there is a possibility.
What other nonsense?
Jaja, Danganronpa. Night. No todos los misterios son Danganronpa. Perdón.
Raifa had been what in the courtyard?
¿Estas decisiones tienen impacto en la historia? Muchas sí, muy pocas no. No sé cuál es cuál.
And yet, you would suggest that someone could have transported the body unnoticed.
You have a point there. Ah, pero si todas las nuevas rotas son sin foguear, calla. Ese es diferente. In that case, I'd say there's no way that the body was moved. After all, there was an awful lot of blood in the tomb. A por eso hace daño tanto ponerse el dedo en la frente, sí.
I understand if the scream was in reaction to Naina's attack, but Inga died in the tomb.
We need to explain how those two realities could coincide. How are we supposed to do that? Oh, maybe where he was stabbed and where he died were two completely different locations. Bro, ¿aquí no he visto Banana Fist? No.
What do you mean?
It's just... Let's look at this as simply as possible. If the minister's body wasn't moved, he might have been stabbed by Naina in his private quarters, but then died in the tomb.
I see. On the one hand, that seems plausible, but on the other, it seems decidedly implausible.
Prosecutor Sathmati, what is that fool babbling on about now? Is this a riddle from one of those fortune cookies Americans seem so fond of? Perhaps, but I believe he himself does not know what he means to say. In all likelihood, it was a poor attempt to confuse us. We should simply ignore him.
Objection!
I wasn't finished yet, so hold off on the analysis, would you? The autopsy report never stated that the minister's death was instantaneous. So, he could have conceivably moved from one place to another after being stabbed.
Oh my! Are you suggesting he ran all the way to the tomb with a knife sticking out of his back?
Well, yes, that's the gist of it.
In short, Mr. Inga saw Naina with a knife. Let out a scream, and when he turned his back to her to flee,
Right, and that's when he was stabbed from behind. Well, your mastery, does my theory hold what?
Such insolence!
how dare you bore me like this?
Huh?
You are a humorless moron, spewing an endless stream of unamusing dribble.
Nosotros cuando el autor de Fixing Ruby. I wasn't trying to be funny, Your Eminence. Pues la gente con ideas de navajazo anda mucho.
Prosecutor, enlighten this ignorant clown in lawyer's clothing. You're not the clown, you are the entire circus. Your Eminence.
Huh. Not again.
Nayata? You dull, slow-witted, putrid-minded lawyer. Perhaps you would be too stupid to notice you had been stabbed in the back. But a normal person would have noticed due to the excruciating pain.
Now, hold on.
Allow me to teach you the meaning of pain.
Ah! Please stop!
Nayata has a point. Normally, most people would notice a dagger in their back.
Normally. Yeah, Raifa noticed it, and she's hiding the fact because of trauma. Ya estamos con las palabras chinas, capullo? Ow. Yeah, I doubt someone could ignore pain like this.
Still, in this case, it's the word normally that we should emphasize. Apollo, take another look at the court record. We have drugs!
Right. There must be something that explains this. Athena, do the thing! There is a reason Inga didn't feel any pain. The defense will submit evidence proving just that.
Very well, please present your evidence. Why didn't Justice Mr. Inga notice that he had been stabbed?
Of course.
Those are my father's painkiller shots.
The defense will explain the significance of this evidence.
Mr. Inga suffers from terrible back pain. He just... like me. So he often injected himself with this. Inga, compañero, me tienes que pasar a tu camello. We are told that one shot in the back would make all his pain go away. He's like my father. An old man. Like me. Un señor mayor como yo. With this, it's easy to explain what happened. Don't tell me you didn't know about this, Your Eminence.
You can't mean...
Mr. Inga was stabbed in his back, close to where he usually injected the painkiller. Ah, sí, la morfina de Zark. Gracias, Fanigan. Gracias por tanto, perdón por tan poco. Claro, abuelo. Therefore, it's entirely possible that he hadn't noted that he had been stabbed. Esta frase, this fucking phrase.
What?
What is this?
Navia's moment. Is the queen just A-posing constantly?
Then... Are you suggesting Justice Mr. Inga really ran off with a knife protruding from his back?
Nimona moment, no! I am, Your Majesty. Podría pasarme, soy muy despistado. Sean!
So then, when I saw my father, he had a knife sticking out of him? I mean, with that cape of his, I couldn't see his back very well.
Yes, the knife was there. It was just plunged in so deep, you didn't notice it under the cape. Therefore, when you saw your father, he was already dead. Murdered by Naina in his private quarters. Nayuta se me hace que está muy duro. Tiene a Garon al lado, entonces claro, está más domado, más domesticado. Pequeño upsie, little upsies. You almost said another thing. ¿Cómo? ¿Qué he dicho?
¡Palkunka!
In private, okay.
Holy mother of Kurain! Are we dealing with the living dead here?
Well, technically, he wasn't dead yet.
Ooh. I know it's hard to believe, but this is a plausible sequence of events. And once Mr. Inga arrived at the tomb, he could have removed the knife and dropped dead from blood loss.
Naina killed my father? There must be some mistake.
The defense would like to call Naina to the stand.
Objection!
You seek to drag an innocent old woman to the stand with no proof whatsoever?
Well, there's no real proof, but yeah, like she's the only one who could get us out of this thing. Ay, Dios mío. Ay, Dios mío. Vale. Vale.
What a tangled web of expedient lies you weave.
I can no longer tell fact from fiction. Who or what shall I believe in now?
I'm sorry, Raifa. What I have done is confuse you. But I have a sneaking suspicion Naina's involved in this case one way or another.
Just when I thought that we had blown this case wide open.
Well, there's no turning back now.
You fool of a lawyer. I know why you're so desperate to prove the accused innocent.
You do?
Yes, because he faces public execution if proven guilty. As shall you, under the stipulation of the Defense Culpability Act. From the moment you accepted this case, you have had no choice but to fight for your lives.
No. The simple fact is, I have always believed that Dork is innocent.
But still you cling to your pretense. Very well, I shall offer you a bargain. If you would admit that the accused is guilty right here, right now, I shall overlook your crime of abetting him, and you will not be subject to execution.
Uy. Is this some sort of joke?
Far from it. As queen, I have the power to grant pardons. even to criminals like you.
Bueno, Durk, digo...
And with the wave of my hand, I can even reduce the severity of his sentence. Perhaps even for Dirk, should you be willing to cooperate.
She wasn't kidding when she says that she's the law here. But to flaunt that power in our faces like that, that's just wrong.
Forget all that has transpired in our kingdom, and return to your own country in peace. Well, will you abandon your defense of the accused and accept my generous offer?
If I don't take this deal, we'll be executed along with Durk if he's found guilty. What should I do? Clearly, chat. We abandon the defense. We'll be executed if we lose this trial. Está cagado porque no hemos dado en el clavo, literal. ¡Trucy! Poor Trucy will lose her father. I feel bad for Athena too. Besides, life is precious. It's not something you should gamble with. Tark, por Dios, he guardado la partida. Still. I made a promise. Vale, da igual lo que haga. Esto está mal, Zark. Dejadme. And there's one more person I can't abandon in his time of need. Pero que la hija de puta, ¿eso os va a mandar a desaparecer? Athena, psicoanaliza a la niña. Which leaves me with only one choice. Nice try, Garan. Vale, da igual lo que hagamos. Vale. Ah, no, a Nayuta dejaron en el barro. No, es que... Nah. Continue defense. Nice try, Garan. But it looks like you don't know what justice is made of. We won't kowtow to threats like that, Your Eminence. Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, but I can't back down now. I don't want to drag you into this, so...
Don't worry. I'm with you, Apollo. To the bitter end, if need be. And while I can't say I'm used to it, this isn't exactly my first rodeo.
¿Qué necesidad de hacer ese crimen? Quería leer el texto. I wanted to read the text, chat. Leave me alone. Seguro que se arrepiente de no haber dicho ese chiste en voz alta. Muchísimo.
But if I'm found guilty, you will get the death penalty too. Even knowing that, you still want to defend me.
I don't know what happened in the past, but it looks like everyone in this country considers lawyers to be liars. So I can understand if you don't believe me. But I still believe in you and your innocence. So all I have to do is keep believing and find the truth. That is all there is to it.
Aquí no se deja de defender a nadie, literal. No, digo del juego, de meterme a la niña ahí, no hay necesidad, ya.
So keep on fighting, Apollo. You will hear no objections from me.
You nincompoops! You will die if you lose this case. How would you even entertain the notion of continuing?
I believe that Durk is innocent, and that's why. And besides, trials exist to give the truth a chance to get out into the open. You can't give up just yet, because you're afraid of some punishment.
Even if that punishment is death? Does that not frighten you, Hornhead?
Who wouldn't be scared? I mean, just thinking about it makes me weak in the knees, to be honest. But as a lawyer, I have a duty to protect my client. I can't just abandon that.
A duty you're willing to die for. And yet, I...
Duty. It's a heavy burden, alright. Rifle looks like she's really struggling.
Your benevolence. As crown princess, you're destined to rule this kingdom one day.
Hombre, hola. Gracias por la hidratación, Kate. Me hacía falta. Opa, le he dado a la mesa sin querer. Perdón.
That means there will be many things that you alone must determine.
No quiero avanzar mucho porque sé que te estás jugando estos juegos ahora mismo, Kate. Así que te voy a dar un pequeño momentito para que no te spoilees nada. Dios mío. Está la cosa seria, ¿eh? Está la cosa muy seria. Está la cosa seria. No te preocupes, vale, vale.
That means there will be many things that you alone must determine. Things like how to keep your people happy, and what is true and what is false.
¿Cómo ha crecido Maya? Maya has truly grown up, and I love that. I love that for her.
And most importantly, what role you must play therein. I wonder if I am even up to the task.
But it's no surprise, considering the torrent of painful truths she has had to face.
Pasad a saludar, pensando que estáis por aquí, pasadlo muy bien. Maya bonita. Sí, Maya la mejor. Esa chica es increíble. Nada, gracias por pasarte a saludar, Kate, en serio.
Very well then. If the defense is prepared to face the death sentence under the Defense Culpability Act,
Nos van a matar. We are going to die, chat. We are going to die. Dios mío, we are going to die. GP with GP death.
then I see no reason not to continue with the proceedings. But I must admit, I see no grounds for doubting the accused's guilt.
Death. Kirika, no. Ahora mismo no.
Unless the defense has further evidence that would indicate a different suspect.
Joder con la reina.
Do we have
Anything like that.
Well, lawyer, do you have any new evidence you would care to present?
¿Kirika dónde? Porque quieren la muerte.
Or shall I have the executioner start his preparations?
Pero Sean, esa es mi línea. If she thinks I can't do this, she's got another thing coming. But first, I have some serious thinking to do. I would say that new evidence indicating a different suspect. Caked in suit. No es el único Kirika enjoyer. Yeah, you are not the only one who likes Kirika in this chat, Mark. Such evidence does not exist.
Just as I thought. I was so hoping you would present meaningless evidence and allow me to claim your head.
Glad I didn't walk headfirst into that one then.
So, what now, Apollo?
Well, unless we can prove that Naina killed Inga, this trial is over, and so are we.
Isn't there still a way to get the proof we need? Even without evidence. You know, a key means of obtaining testimony here in Kurai.
Huh? Wait, are you actually suggesting...
It certainly won't be easy, but it's worth a try.
Your Majesty. A crucial step in uncovering the truth behind this case has yet to be taken in this trial. But I'm positive that I can back up our claim with this one step.
You mean you will be able to prove that Naina killed Justice Minister Inga?
Yippee, more drama for the child. Sean, ¿vos fuiste el culpable de que Kirikrak existiese? No, yo no te doy las llaves del orfanato. No, Kirikrak existe por Sebas, es diferente.
And just how do you propose to do that?
Kirikrak. With the help of a certain someone.
You need help?
Knight.
From someone?
Well, I can't imagine who it could be. But I suppose I must ask. Whose help do you need to uncover the truth?
Raifa, you are up.
But that is...
Me?
Trucy, digo, te imaginas. Can you imagine if it was Trucy? Here in Kurine, legal proceedings include the viewing of the victim's final moments. But that requires your benevolence's help. Such information is just as vital as any other piece of conclusive evidence.
If you're right about this, Raifa's power should enable her to see the very moment Nine stabbed Inga.
It will be hard to watch your father's murder, but it's the only way to uncover the truth. Your benevolence! We need you and your power!
You need me?
Objection!
Wretched simpleton! Did you not see what ensued in the previous attempt? You will only succeed in wasting more time. Or is it your goal to make her collapse again?
Objection!
The princess said she was prepared earlier. Besides, it's her duty as royal priestess. I would say it's all up to her now.
Am I prepared? Prepared to fulfill my duty?
Isn't a divination seance required at all trials anyway? If so, I imagine there would be a problem with handing down a verdict without one.
Indeed, it would be problematic. Under Koreanist law, a seance must be conducted before a verdict can be rendered.
Such insolence!
Yikes!
Mi libro, La Ley de Kurain, está disponible a venderse en la luna. Mi tienda, el palacio real.
Ay, Dios mío, ahora señal está cagada, sí.
Must you try my patience so? If I must dispense with that vexing law, then dispense with it I shall.
¿Huh?
As ruling sovereign of Kurain, I proclaim the following. Bro?
She writes with her...
Henceforth, divination seance shall be optional.
¿What? She has the power to do that? ¿Ha escrito con las uñas?
She just rewrote the law with a flourish of her hand.
Esto es legal en este país de mierda, sí.
Hold it!
Señora, that's illegal, yes.
Mother, I do not wish for the trial to end like this. It is as the defense said. I must not neglect my duty, simply because I am afraid. I shall go through with it this time. I will conduct the seance once more.
Such insolence!
Raifa, do not be fooled by his lawyerly guile.
Realmente tendría que tener un proceso burocrático muy tocho, exacto. Ley Queen. No, a la ONU no, que no hace nada. Pero bueno, esto es como cierta entidad de Oriente Medio que se la pasa la... ¿Pensáis que se pasa la ley por el forro? Ya. Joder. Ah.
You are not prepared to witness your father's death.
Then why don't you do it, you fucking old hag? But Hornhead needs my help.
Raifa, did you not tell me earlier? Did you not tell me that you were prepared? But despite your grandiose posturing, you collapse in a most piteous fashion.
Ugh.
Even worse, you have erred in your insights of late. Or has not the barred one there overturned them more than once?
Oh,
You cannot be trusted to keep your word, nor can you reveal the truth through your insights. So I say to you, be gone!
Es tu hija. That's your daughter you're talking to right there. Me pone muy violento, de verdad. Sí, chat, I think we have to kill this woman. I think we have to kill the queen.
This sacred hall of justice has no need for such a worthless royal priestess.
worthless?
Wow. How can she say that to her own daughter? Nana, do the thing.
So, mother, you think me worthless?
Objection!
Her benevolence says she can do it, doesn't she? So I don't see why you have to condemn her before she's even made the attempt.
Very well, horned devil. If you really are so bent on having a seance, I shall give my consent.
Really?
However, should Raifa fail once more, you two and the accused shall all be executed on the spot.
Come again. Raifa, contamos contigo. Raifa, we are counting on you. Do not kill us. No nos mates.
This is going to be far more entertaining than I had anticipated. Well, lawyer, what say you? Will you wager your life and call on Raifa to perform a divination seance?
Chat. Otra vez. Chat. Chat. Ya, he guardado por si acaso, Soy chat. I don't think you're worthless, your benevolence. Far from it, in fact. If you say you can do it, then I believe in you.
Hornhead, I do not understand. If I fail, you will be put to death.
I know you collapsed during your previous attempt. Esto lo hemos visto hace 2 minutos. We saw this like 10 minutes ago. Well, like more like 30 minutes ago. I can't even imagine how terrible it must have been for you. Raifa, ¿podrías usar sus nombres, No. But, despite that, you are willing to try again. I have faith in that conviction. In that courage.
My courage?
So she was doomed to fail if she didn't have the courage to perform the seance. But it looks like she's got the determination to try again.
Right. And that's a bet I'm willing to take.
But it is as Mother said. I have erred in my insights as of late. Not only have I failed to reveal the truth, I have also contributed to false accusations. Knowing that, can you still say that you believe in me?
Objection!
I wouldn't take stock in those words, your benevolence. Despite what your mother said, I don't think you have made any errors at all.
Huh?
In the trials I have been a part of here in Kurain, I would have never proven my client's innocence without your seances. Because even though they didn't always reflect the absolute truth, the insight they provided served as vital leads to finding the truth.
Vital leads? My seances?
So please, your benevolence, try to perform the divination seance one more time.
Objection!
Señora, cállese. Girl, shut up. Raifa, we believe in you. If you don't believe in yourself, believe in the Raifa who believes in you.
Raifa, stop this madness. It is for your own good. You are ill-prepared to face your father's death. Go, leave this secret hole at once.
¿Dónde he escuchado yo eso antes, Stark?
No.
Joder, qué susto. Pepe. Saludaciones, Pepe. Te voy a hacer un shoutout rápidamente. ¿Cómo ha ido Satisfactory, compañero? Pues... Let's go. Es que hoy he empezado un poco más tarde, disculpa, pero he estado lurkando en tu directo todo el rato. Madre mía. Imagino que... La Virgen. Sí, este es el boss final del juego. Esta es la madre, esta es la reina del país de pacotilla. 5 horas sin querer. Upsis, pequeña bromita.
What did you say?
I said no, Mother.
Hostia puta.
I am the royal priestess of Kurain.
I have no need for you now.
Hostia.
Even if you do not need me, Mother. Hornhead and this Hall of Justice do. He proved that to me by risking his own life. It is because of him that I now understand. The divination sense is my sacred duty. I must fulfill it, no matter the risk.
Si tienes que descansar, Pepe, o lo que sea, por favor, ve y hazlo, de verdad. No te preocupes por quedarte ni nada. Descansa, cena, haz lo que tengas que hacer. Y gracias por la raid, en serio. Se agradece un montón. Your benevolence.
Mother taught me that the divination sense was a mirror reflecting not but the truth. But I began to have my doubts after Bart had disproved the insights it offered. And now, I don't even know who or what to trust anymore. Father, Mother, even Naina. I had believed in them above all others.
Nada, te tengo de fondo mientras cocino. Teléfono existente. Vale. Dale duro, pues.
But I finally know now. I know in what I can trust. The royal priestess must debate each seance with the presiding lawyer and prosecutor. So that it can be interpreted properly.
Now she can trust in me. Y Sans, increíble. Gracias por la broma. We have 1 neuron in this chat. Tenemos una neurona en este chat.
That is how I believe trials here in Kurain should function. Therefore, the Hall of Justice needs me. It is my power that leads trials towards the truth.
Señora, su hija de 14 años se ha dado cuenta de esto y usted tiene 43. Váyase a la guillotina.
That is my sacred duty, and I will never shirk from it again.
¡Ey, Hersmerk! Bonito Zark, ¿sabes que tengo un gato en el garaje? ¡Oh, un gatete! 43, vieja puta, sí. Literalmente subí al trono cuando tenía 20 años. Vaya, vaya. 43 menos 23, un número redondo. Me hace gracia que no sepamos la edad de la abuela. No se deja ver el cabronazo, pero dejamos comida por ahí. Ah, qué gracioso.
That right there, your benevolence, is the product of what you have learned in your travels so far. The truth that you realize with your own strength.
As my sacred duty, I must ensure that it is fulfilled. I must have the courage and resolve to see it through.
Your Eminence, the Royal Priestess says that she will conduct the divination seance. Lo único bueno que salió de esa forra fue Raifa, literal. Dice que puede canalizar muertos. Yo digo que le hagamos una prueba de ADN, a ver si comparte algo con Maya. No canalizar, es mostrar los últimos momentos de la muerte. I see no grounds for you to forbid it. Unless, of course, you are worried that it might reveal something you find inconvenient. Digo la reina. Yo creo que la reina no tiene poder mágico. Y porque no tenía poder mágico, no fue reina. Entonces intentó matar a su hermana, que sí tenía poder mágico, para suplantarla como reina. Y está mintiendo lo de que tengan poderes mágicos. Y por eso quiere la reliquia. I think the queen doesn't have any... Es dicho. Está dicho. It is said that she can channel the death. I think she's lying and she just wants the power to fully consolidate her tyranny, basically. Yeah, she's a liar. Of course. Por supuesto que es una mentirosa. Of course she's lying. Look at her. No sé quién para juzgar por apariencias, pero a ver. Yeah, I believe that too. Que invoca a mí, a ver si se puede.
Mother, I'm not letting you have your way.
Raifa, you would actually rebel against me, your mother and queen.
Now I am scared to see my father's death. I must face my fear. That is what Hornhead has taught me here today.
Raifa.
I am the royal priestess Raifa Padma Kurain. And I am prepared to face my father's death.
Let me face my fears. No sé qué me da que esta no es la madre biológica. A ver, técnicamente lo es porque... Lo es, o sea, eso no hay duda. Se la sacó sola, dilo. Tark, tengo los puntos necesarios para canjear una Arara. Quiero que tengas miedo. Upsis. Ya me he estirado, por cierto, Sean. Ay.
Your Eminence. It seems the princess is more grown up than you thought.
Raifa. Well then, let us proceed with the divination seance.
The victim's final moments. This should be interesting. I wonder what Inga's memories are going to show us.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Mira, sacando los pasos prohibidos. Let her cook, chat. Let her cook. La canción siempre me ha parecido súper Nier. ¿Quizás? La verdad es que no he escuchado mucho de Nier para hacer esa comparación. I haven't really heard a lot of Nier songs to make that comparison to this song. Ahora sí, now. Now we're going to actually see it. Yo sí es super Nier. Incense, grapes, mosto, sour.
Monster juice. Ah, bro.
Footsteps. Man's voice. Pain. Footsteps. No puede reconocer caras. He cannot recognize faces. I knew it. Explosion. Laughter.
What in the...
A faceless being?
What the heck? His face. It's just like that. That picture of the founder.
I think that's the last thing anyone expected to see.
Oh, Mother, what was it? What was it you saw?
Are we to understand that this was the last thing the victim saw?
Vale, voy a tirarme un triple. Es que no sabe reconocer caras. Este hombre no sabía reconocer caras. Y eso lo sabemos por esto de aquí. ¿Cómo es posible es que fuese la Madre Santa poseyendo a Durk? No. Es que este hombre no sabe reconocer caras. Por eso tiene notas en las que tiene a la gente apuntada por vestimenta. Sí, eso tiene nombre, es una condición, sí. Yeah, this man could not see faces.
Yes, there can be no mistake. That was what my father himself witnessed.
Oh, very strange. You don't suppose the Holy Mother possessed the accused and slew Mr. Inga for planning a coup?
The divine wrath of the Holy Mother? Oh, Holy Mother, we are forever grateful for your blessing.
Talk about a sharp left turn into the Twilight Zone.
Prosopagnosia. Exacto, gracias, Vanigan. Prosopagnodia. Prosopagnosia, eso es. Dios mío, llega a la misma conclusión que el juez. Yo me mato. Madre mía, Sean, estás al nivel del juez ahora mismo, Cuidado.
Talk about a sharp left turn into the Twilight Zone.
¡Anonymous! ¡No! Tú no eres el que debería estar aquí. Fuera. Adiós. Fuera, bicho.
Bot, acabad con él.
You know, there is one thing in there that caught my attention. He was enjoying some nice mosto. That laugh. Who does it belong to? And why are they laughing?
Who knows? Though I suppose it could be Dork after he slew my husband.
Uh-huh. But that figure didn't even have a mouth.
Ho ho ho! I think we're done here, lawyer.
How so?
You claim that Mr. Inga was stabbed in his private quarters. And, feeling no pain, went to the tomb where he eventually fell dead. But this seance vision proves that he was stabbed in the tomb, and felt great pain no less.
Oh, that.
Therefore, as I asserted all along, it was the Qs who stabbed the minister in the tomb.
Yeah, everything just backfired. Big time.
Wow. Garan has the devil's own luck, doesn't she?
Now then, I shall give voice to the soul of the deceased. Listen well and heed these words.
Yo tengo mi teoría, pero me la guardo. Va. Insight. Raifa's Insight. Esto siempre esta mecánica siempre me ha parecido muy subjetiva, en verdad. Me va a costar.
At around 3 p.m., my father was waiting in the tomb to make the hostage exchange. He was drinking grape juice, mosto, while gazing upon the picture of the Holy Mother. He had been waiting vigilantly, when suddenly he heard Dork's voice. The next moment, he was stabbed in the back and collapsed. My father tried to shoot his attacker, but he missed and the attacker let out a laugh.
So what now, Mr. Wright?
It's up to us to knock holes in Raifa's interpretations of Inga's memories. In other words, we need to prove that her understanding of them could be mistaken.
Okay, I'll give it a try. Around 3 p.m., my father was waiting in the tomb to make the host exchange. Drinking grape juice while gazing upon the picture of the Holy Mother. Es que no dice Durk, dice man. Podría ser su propia voz. It could be his own voice. Like maybe he was speaking to the Holy Mother. Next moment, he was stabbed in the back and collapsed. My father tried to shoot his attacker, but he missed, and the attacker let out a laugh. Hmm. Es que, ¿por qué no se alarmó por la voz del hombre? Why wasn't he alarmed by Durk's voice? Why wasn't he like, oh shit, it's Durk? No, it's just, oh, it's a voice. Like, he didn't care. No le importaba. Hmm.
Objection!
It's like he didn't care that it was Durk. Because maybe he wasn't Durk? Your benevolence. There seems to be an inconsistency in your interpretation.
An inconsistency. Where?
Mr. Inga is far too relaxed for what was supposedly about to take place. He was even drinking mosto. When he heard the voice you claim is Durk's, he didn't seem in the least bit alarmed. He just kept looking at the picture of the founder.
Ah!
That's strange, right? He was waiting for Durk to arrive with the founder's orb. But when he heard that voice, he didn't even turn to look. Don't you think he would have been worried about being attacked from behind?
Ah! Then, whose voice was it?
It was likely someone whose presence wouldn't have alarmed him. El culpable era el espía. ¿Te imaginas? Someone like a friend.
Objection!
But there was no third party at the scene of the crime. Therefore, the voice can only have belonged to Dirk.
The voice of a third party who wasn't there in the tomb.
Apollo, don't we have something that could reveal the owner of the mystery voice?
You know, I think we do. Something that Inga had while he was waiting for Dirk. His phone, right? El teléfono. With it, we just might be able to figure out whose voice it was. Putos espías todo el día apuñalando por la espalda y poniendo zapadores. I believe we can identify the male voice Mr. Inga heard with this. El teléfono, ¿no? Yeah, it has to be the phone. ¿Cómo que presento esto?
That's my father's.
I know this must be hard for you, but could you please take a look at this photo of your dead dad? There's something here. There's something here that your dead dad can point us towards the identity of the voice. Also, did you know that your father is dead? Haha, your father is dead. This is the real source of the Baron's voice. Ka-ching, ka-ching.
His cell phone?
Right. I believe that the voice of the Mr. Heard was of a call on this cell phone.
I see. Well, that certainly makes sense. What is your eminence's view on the matter?
Apollo, just like me, for real, for real.
I concede the possibility.
Then it seems I must refine my vision.
He was making a call, yeah, most likely. Subordinate's voice.
It appears that the voice belonged to one of my father's subordinates.
Why do you suppose he was talking to one of them then?
My father had members of the secret police positioned throughout the palace. They were supposed to contact him as soon as they saw Dirk and the rest of you.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Your benevolence. I believe you have an insight to revise.
I know, Barhead. Don't presume to tell me how to do my duty.
Es que la haces mal. Oye, pobrecilla, que no puede escuchar nada. Tan solo interpreta lo que pone en la fuente. She's just interpreting what shows up in the fountain, Sean.
So, the voice was coming from the phone. That's good to know. But there might have been other sounds coming from the phone. Sounds that could be clues. Let's take another look at Raifa's insights. Really focus on the various sensations.
Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this now. Sean, te voy a morbear, primer aviso. Sean, watch out or Mark is going to kill you. Maybe the laughter was from the phone as well. Tranquilo, Mark, ¿me querrás matar dentro de, hace números, 4 capítulos de Crime Exorcist? Hmm. Hmm. Footsteps. Subordinate's voice. Lion's... Wait. Hold up. Eso es nuevo. That's new. Rewind. Wait, that's new. Is it... ¿Era un wordbad? Was it a wordbad?
Objection!
I hate to break it to you, Your Benevolence, but you misinterpreted something again.
What do you mean? Again?
Smooth move, Apollo. I think you just hurt her feelings.
Smooth move, Apollo. Qué puto. Qué puto Phoenix.
She may put on a brave face, but she feels more than she lets on.
Let me rephrase that, Your Benevolence. Your interpretation of your father's phone call to his subordinate at the palace is inconsistent with his final memory.
What do you mean by that?
A lion's roar could be heard over the phone. Don't you find that strange? You claim that the call was with someone at the palace. But let me ask you, do you keep lions there?
No. The only animals at the palace are little birdies and my pet frog.
She has a pet frog? Is that the frog at the mountain? Wait, that giant one in front of the minister's house is her pet? Honestly, based. Basadísima por tener una rana de mascota.
Besides, there aren't any lions in Corrine. We don't even have any zoos. A rather sad state of affairs, I'm afraid.
Aww. She's so goated. Yes, she is. Well, I remember hearing a sound like that. The lion's roar coming from the phone is actually from something hanging out in the bazaar. It's not the cry of the warbird over in the bazaar.
Ah,
Your Benevolence, do you think you can clarify the voice for me?
very well. I will now attempt to further refine my vision. What's this?
Just as I suspected. It was the call of a warbird. That means the subordinate Minister Inga was talking to was in the bazaar, not at the palace.
But why is it important where the call came from? What significance could it have?
He's right. Is it important to know where this call was made from? Sí, probablemente. Probably. It's actually very important. Knowing that the person on the other end was at the bazaar means that the loud explosion might not have been the sound of a gunshot.
But... I can think of no other item that makes such a noise in the area.
Go ahead, Apollo. Tell her. Tell Rafa the real source of that sound. Will do.
Well, Hornhead, I'm waiting. What was the true source of that explosive sound?
¿Dónde está? Where is it? ¿Dónde está? At around 2 PM, Dutch let out of the bazaar manhole, got yelled at by a dog and a warbird, and then threw a firecracker. El puto goat le lanzó un petardo al perro.
What is that?
I'll be your guide's statement. In it, he claims that Dutch Rebel threw a firecracker at him while he was at the bazaar.
Then...
Pero a nuestro perrete, sí, lo hizo. Lo dijo en el anterior directo. Yes, the sound heard over the phone was a firecracker exploding. And yet, a bullet was found at the scene of the crime. A bullet fired from Mr. Inga's gun. How do you explain that? Well, we don't know whether it was fired during the course of the crime, right? Or do you have evidence that proves when the pistol was discharged? Es que el cabrón dijo, he inventado una nueva forma para librarme de los guardias y los perros de búsqueda. Y sacó unos petardos del bolsillo. Herida de bala. No, I have none.
Wait a second. If that loud bang was a firecracker, then could that laugh at the end have been... No! It can't be!
Oh, it can. And it is. The laugh came from none other than the Joker who got a kick out of starting Albion with his dragon's nut snaps. Happy go lucky. That's her ball. La madre que le parió. What?
Someone should really put a leash on that guy.
Me cago en todo.
I shudder to think how one man can be the cause of so much trouble.
Either AJPW, y'all can thank me later.
Hijo de puta. What a fucking... Oh god, what a man.
No one asked for your commentary, Mr. Arbol. Your benevolence. Do you need to revise your insight?
It would appear so.
Es que es el mejor, es un cabronazo. He's the best, but he's also an asshole. Oh god. My father then took a call from a subordinate at the bazaar. The true source of that loud bang was the firecracker, that's true. And that final laugh belonged to none other than Dutch himself. Se ha introducido en la narrativa en tres... Dutch just forced himself into the narrative. He's so stupid that that he's a genius. Yes. Yes, he is.
Well, this changes everything. Let's go over the details of Raifa's insights again.
Okay. I think I've got this down now. Time to find another inconsistency. At around 3 PM, my father was waiting in the tomb to make a hostage exchange. He was drinking grape juice while gazing upon the picture of the Holy Mother. My father then took a call from his subordinate at the bazaar. The next moment, he was stabbed in the back and collapsed. The true source of that loud bang was a firecracker, that's true, and that final laugh belonged to none other than Dutch himself. Dogs bark, pain... No, es que ya han dicho lo del disparo. Ya han dicho lo del disparo. At around 3 PM, my father was waiting in the tomb to make the hostage exchange. Aquí empieza lo complicado. ¿Sour veneno? No creo, ¿no? I don't think it would be poison. ¡Oh! ¡Espérate! Lo del perro... No. Es que no es vino, es zumo de uva, porque no pueden decir vino. The thing with Albi took place at 2 PM. Esto ocurrió a las 2 de la tarde. Lo de Dats... pero ella dice que fue a las 3 de la tarde. So, the true time of death was 2 PM. La verdadera hora de la muerte era a las 2 de la tarde. The true time of death was 2 PM. Oh my god, ok. ¿Cómo hago esto? How do I present this? Okay, it's this one. And then... Mm. The laughter, maybe?
Objection!
Did the murder really happen at 3 p.m.? I mean, if the laugh is coming from the phone, then is it something Mr. Inga would have really heard at 3 p.m.?
The call came from the bazaar. A place where such sound as laughter can be heard at any time. And if that was that, he could very well have been laughing like a fool at 3 p.m.
Yeah, you have a point there.
Hornhead, I'd advise you to think again. Carefully.
I think you're getting warmer, but you're still a little off. Isn't there another sensation that could more definitely pinpoint the time of the call? You know, something that could only occur at...
Vale, la explosión, vale. Right. Sí, la explosión, it's the explosion. Pero es que el sonido del perro podría decir, ah, pero es que un perro podría sonar en cualquier momento, pero el petardeo solo fue en ese momento. The explosion was only at 2 p.m.
Objection!
That's right. Your benevolence. There's a glaring problem with this insight.
There is?
You stated that the murder happened at around 3 p.m., which is right around the time my client arrived on the scene. However, now that we know what the source of the loud bang is, your insight conflicts with a certain piece of evidence.
I suppose I have to ask the obvious here. What evidence conflicts with the claim that the murder occurred?
Whatever.
Take that! I'll be your guide statement. Again?
Yes, because to summarize what he said, at around 2 p.m., Sado was surprised by a firecracker and ran into the palace courtyard.
Around 2 p.m.?
That's right, 2 p.m. Notice how I said that in orange. Exacto, su señoría. Fíjate cómo he dicho la hora en naranja. Eso significa que es importante. Not 3 p.m.
Ah!
Are you suggesting?
Oh shit. Oh shit, we got you. I think you know where I'm going with this. That laugh, the cry of the warbird, and the bang of the firecracker were all heard right before Mr. Inga's death. In white, because 3 p.m. is not important anymore, exactly. Thanks to Albi's statement, we can put a definitive timestamp on all of these sounds. Therefore, what this vision shows is that it's extremely likely that the deceased's final moments were at 2 rather than 3, as we had originally thought.
Did I ask?
It means the murder took place a full hour before Dirk entered the tomb.
Balkunka!
Oh! How can this be? Are you saying that I, the very personification of the law, have been mistaken?
Ooh. Heh. Now you see why justice will prevail, will always prevail. Ah, plot twist. Apollo, di los chistes. Just say the jokes, please. I'm begging you.
Peace, I say. Now then, defense. I must remind you that the figure of the accused was clearly shown in the vision.
Es que piensa chistes graciosísimos, pero nunca los dice. Yo creo que tiene un complejo, pero como les gusta, se los guarda para sí mismo.
How do you explain that?
I wouldn't say it was clearly shown. After all, the figure didn't actually have a face.
Oh, you are absolutely right. Without a face, we can't be certain of who it was.
Furthermore, let me remind you that if the vision is from 2 p.m., Dirk was still with me and Mr. Wright. Which means his faceless figure couldn't possibly be him.
So then, what are we to make of this 1 hour difference?
Wait, 2 o'clock? That's when... My mother was performing the rite of channeling.
Oh, the palace guards have all been reassigned to guard the channeling chamber for the rite. Don't tell me.
The royal residence. It would have been virtually unguarded.
Mira, la ayudando. Mire, señor, venimos de juzgar a un tipo que cambiaba de apariencia y traje cada vez que lo mirabas. No nos vengas con estas. Which means the real killer could have easily slipped unseen into Amara's tomb.
Defense! Are you saying that this is someone disguised as the accused?
That's exactly what I believe, Your Majesty.
Objection!
Oh shit. Preposterous. Disguises cannot deceive the memories of the dead. But the face did not appear this time is mere happenstance. Had it appeared, such subterfuge would have been clear as day.
He's got a point there. Anyone who knows about the divination sense would have tried to hide their face. Nevertheless, our killer only appeared before Inga. The question is, why? Because the dead doesn't recognize faces. Nayuta, read the evidence. Yes, Nayuta.
Apollo. Maybe the killer could afford to be so bold. Because they knew their face wouldn't show up in the seance vision.
What?
It's possible that the killer dared to dress in Dirk's clothes and stand square in front of Inga.
Precisely because they knew they could get away with it. But how could anyone be so sure of something like that?
A long time ago, I heard of a cognitive disorder that impairs a person's ability to distinguish between different faces. What if Inga had it?
Then, are you saying that this is literally how Inga saw the world?
Yes. We can't normally see through the eyes of others, but in this case, we can. And if he had that disorder, I imagine this is how faces appear to him in life.
Okay, let's say that the killer knew that Inga had such a disorder. They could definitely use it to pin the crime on Dirk. But
if you're wondering about how to prove that Inga had it, you already have what you need.
¿really? Dime, Sean, te vas a tener que ir. Debo irme a cenar. ¡No! Bueno, yo creo que esto nos queda muy poco rato. Yo creo que media horita hacemos el primer descanso y lo dejamos aquí por hoy, yo creo. Y la última media hora la puedes ver. La puedes ver en cuanto lo suba, pues. Épale. Ahí. Si cuando vuelvas cerrado me ve el bot. Va.
Well, Defense, do you have anything to show to this court?
Yes, I believe so. Frankly, I have no idea what Mr. Right means, but I'll look at the evidence all over again. Venga, Sean, que aproveche la cena. Adiós. Chao, chao.
What explains why the face of Mr. Inga's killer is all sent in his sense vision?
Take that.
Take that! A notepad?
Yes, it was found in Minister Inga's room. And it holds the answer we're looking for. As you can see, it's filled with detailed notes on various individuals. What kind of clothes they wear, hairstyles, and other discerning physical characteristics.
And this is connected to the faceless nature of the killer, how?
The vision we saw was exactly what Minister Inga saw with his own eyes. It is he who saw his killer as a person without a face. In fact, this is how he normally saw everyone around him.
What is this?
I believe Minister Inga had a disorder that prevented him from recognizing faces. It would explain the faceless being, and why he needed a notepad full of people's physical characteristics.
Now that I think about it, my father was always terrible at remembering people. By simply changing my hairstyle, he would fail to recognize even me.
Your Eminence, you knew that your husband had such a disorder, didn't you?
He never wished for it to become public knowledge. But I suppose there's no use in keeping quiet about it now. It is, as you say.
Bro, that is sad, Raifa. Lo peor del hombre es que sí, era un cabrón y todo lo que quieras, pero parecía querer a Raifa genuinamente. Porque si no podía reconocer caras, no podía invocar... Bueno, no podía... Es que... Yo creo que se quería a Raifa genuinamente. A pesar de ser un cabrón, yo creo que la quería de verdad.
My late husband had a special disorder that hindered his ability to recognize faces. The medical term for it is prosopagnosia.
Just as Chad said. So Mr. Wright was right. So, try saying that 3 times. Digamos que tenía una carta de Rafa guardada en una caja fuerte. Si la quería. Muchísimo.
The memories of those afflicted with such disorders in life do appear strange at times. There is precedent for this.
So, the killer likely knew about the disorder and used it to their advantage.
Right. So, they are someone who is both knowledgeable about the divination seance and aware of Inga's affliction. Your Eminence, who knew about your husband's condition?
A small number of servants who tended to his needs. And me. Surely you're not about to insinuate that I committed this crime?
Oh, no, Your Eminence. Still, could she have done it?
Garan has an alibi, remember?
Oh, right. She was conducting the rite of channeling at 2 p.m. No, es que estaba haciendo un rito a esa hora. Tuvo que ser la sirvienta. It has to have been Naina. In that case, Your Eminence, does Naina know about Minister Inga's disorder?
Of course she does. She's our head servant.
So, as head servant, she knew about Minister Inga's condition, and as the princess's personal attendant, she is familiar with the divination seance. If these 2 facts together don't make her a possible suspect, I don't know what would. Rarete. Mató a Naina y ella mató a Naina.
Objection!
¿Quizás? Maybe?
You witless lawyer. How quick you are to forget the facts.
Facts like...
When Inga was last seen alive, you claim he was slain at 2, yet that is impossible. For Raifa saw him at 2:30.
Ah!
We did completely forget about that.
No, there must be some mistake.
So you see, the murder could only have happened at 3 p.m. The hour Dirk entered the tomb. There's no other answer to this puzzle.
Don't we ever get to make up answers like Garan makes up laws?
Guess it's back to square one.
Where did we go wrong?
I don't think we're the problem. We just seem to be short one piece of the puzzle. Our deductions so far explain everything to a T. Everything except for Inga's sighting at 2:30.
I see. And without that final puzzle piece, all of our deductions fall apart.
Apollo, if Inga's sighting is the only anomaly, we'll just have to find a way to make it fit into the bigger picture.
Time to think outside the box then, right? Let's see. It would be impossible to see Inga walking around after he had been killed. But what if there was a way to make people think he was alive, even though he was dead?
Like, a way to make people witness the living dead?
Sounds like some kind of TV show. Things like that don't happen in real life. ¿Esta señora invocó el espíritu de este hombre y se hizo pasar por él? ¿Es ella una medium? Is Naina a medium and she summoned Inga's spirit to look like him? No jodas, hostia, es que quizás, maybe.
Apollo, did you just...
I did. I figured it out. I know how to make people witness the living dead. Your Maestry, our deductions went wrong after all. Despite Minister Inga being murdered at 2 p.m., he was seen heading into the tomb at 2:30. And I will tell you how.
I certainly hope you will, because I have no idea what you're talking about.
The Minister Inga Harberben saw was, in fact, someone channeling him. It was the deceased being channeled. It's the only way a man who was already dead. It's the only way a man who was already dead could have been seen by her benevolence.
Channel, you say?
That's right. There are only 2 people capable of spirit channeling here in Kuran. Her Eminence Queen Garan and Maya Fey. It's possible that one of them was channeling the minister.
It would seem that you are ever bent on making me party to this crime. Prosecutor, what was I doing at 2:30 p.m., the time at which my husband was seen? Eminence, I believe you had completed the channeling rite and were having tea with the king of the neighboring realm. There would have been many attendants there too.
Maya. Vaya, vaya. Y Gana está haciendo un ritual. Digo... Nerita has to keep up with her schedule too? What doesn't she make him do?
Then that leaves only Maya.
Yeah, it does. Maybe someone was forcing her to use her power towards nefarious ends. The real killer could have been threatening her.
That cannot be.
So then, Inga screamed. That was probably from when he woke up from being called back to this world. After all, that's when the flow of time would have picked up back up for him after he died.
So, Mr. Inga probably leapt to his feet, thinking he had just had a nightmare. Then, realizing it was almost time for the hostage exchange, he raced off to Amara's tomb, not even realizing he was already dead.
Then... Can else really did see a dead man running?
I... Ah!
Using the sacred power of speed channeling to commit a crime? How can this be?
Defense calls Miss Maya Fey to the stand.
Well, Your Eminence. Will you allow a new witness? It matters not. Either way, this lawyer shall soon know the truth. He will know just how much of an imbecile he is in the face of my infallible arguments.
Pobre niña, pobrecilla. Poor Raifa. Insult me all you want, witch, but you will be eating those words when I expose the truth.
Very well. Let us adjourn until the next witness is ready.
Maya, help us. To be continued. ¡Ah! Pensando. Chat, yo creo que lo dejamos aquí por hoy. Yo creo que lo dejamos aquí por hoy y hacemos y terminamos el juicio el próximo día. Maya, help us. Maya, save us. Chat, I think we're going to finish here and we're going to leave it for next time. ¿Qué os parece? I think that's for the best. Así la semana que viene empiezo a las 4 de la tarde. Hacemos un directo de 4 horas o 4 horas y media si hace falta. Y podemos terminar el juego si es solamente un día de juicio. Uf, ya veremos. Venga, gente. Okay, so we'll finish this next time then, because esto va para largo. This is going to go on for a long time then. Esperemos, sí, tal cual. Vale, pues. Gracias por la raid, Pepe, una vez más, de verdad. Muchas gracias. I think we're going to finish here for today, chat. Vamos a terminar aquí por hoy. No voy a hacer raid porque no hay nadie en directo. There's no one live, so I'm not even going to do a raid. Vale, gente. Buenas noches, have a good night, and I will see you all around. Bye bye. Adiós, gente. Chao, chao.